Alrighty. Say something, Ellie.
Why?
Because.
Rude.
Alrighty.
Why can I hear myself?
What do you mean?
I'm getting echo.
Are you watching the stream?
Nope.
Let me turn down my volume, maybe. Okay. I know I already did 2 live streams today, but what the heck? Don't judge me.
Crazy.
Shush.
No.
How dare.
Never.
How dare. Is it still picking up your audio, though?
I have no idea. I'm not watching this.
Okay, let's just go with it. Okay, stop opening the App Store. Gah! Alright, today we will be reading The Husky Cubs Survivors.
Because she just loves torturing me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Okay, so... share. Alright, let's... hang on. There we go. Alright, part 1. Well, first off, we need to read the introduction, or whatever it is. Oh boy. Turk, Loe, and Jawtooth were the only ones in the pack that made it out. A wolf meets up with them and leads them to safety. Jawtooth can't help but feel like he knows this wolf. The wolf soon reveals her identity, but runs away before Jawtooth could do anything.
Okay.
I also say in the description, this one in part 2 is a little more like a PG rating, so caution. I was extremely self-conscious about my writing being dark or anything.
Just embrace it.
I
Come to the
have.
dark side.
I've embraced it now, of course. Part 1.
Yeah.
Pain.
You wrote cold.
Cold was when I was starting to break out of my shell. Part 1. Pain.
Yeah.
Let me read it. The family discovers the family discovers much pain.
The what? That's not how you say that.
Chapter 1. Loie could hear her family suffer. She could hear. Stop doing that. You're doing it on purpose. Hang on. There we go. Loie could hear her family suffer. She could hear the screams from her aunt, the growls from her uncle, and the yelps of pain from her mother. She fought herself to go back. No, it's the next line. I just don't want to sound whatever the word is. I'm gonna just censor it.
Just read it. Just read it.
Okay, fine. Oh, Daddy. Loie whimpered, tears forming in her eyes. Turk.
Oh, dear.
I tried to warn you. Turk nuzzled Loe. They heard something in the bushes. Jawtooth and Turk went into defense. A wolf walked out of the bush. It's okay. I'm here to help, she uttered. Follow me.
Otter again. With the otter.
The three wolves obeyed. They followed the wolf into the forest. A few hours had passed. They arrived at Chibi's old cave. You will be safe here, the wolf uttered.
Again, with the uttering.
I was a freshman. Sue me.
I will.
How dare.
Thanks.
They all walked into the cave. We didn't really catch your name. What is it? Jawtooth asked. The wolf hesitated. Call me Lillian, she uttered.
More uttering. This is starting to become not a word for me.
Thank you, Lillian, for helping us, Turk uttered. I need to follow our original plan. I'm going to save my family. Be safe, Dad, Jawtooth uttered. I will. Turk walked out of the cave. Loe and Jawtooth sat in the cave with Lillian. It was after dark, and Turk was still gone. I hope he's okay, Loe uttered. I'm sure Dad's fine, I'm sure Dad's fine, Loe, Jawtooth sighed. What's with all of these scene changes? Literally, there's okay, we got a paragraph, a sentence, no, two sentences, a sentence, new scene, like a limit of one paragraph, another scene, one paragraph, another scene, one paragraph, another scene, and then like a short paragraph, and then that's the chapter. Turk stared at what he saw in front of him. Oh, gall. I almost said the wrong word.
In front of him, huh?
I almost said a bad word. Anyway. Fang, Lily, and Chibi's... Yeah, I can see why I gave it a warning. Fang, Lily, and Chibi's skins laid on the floor. Belle laid motionless a few feet away from the skins. Turk, she grunted weakly. Go back! It's a trap! They heard the gunshot. Belle shut her eyes. Turk stared at his mate in horror. He turned into a human holding a gun.
The what?
Remember, he has the power to turn into a human?
Since when can Turk do that?
Wait, Turk? You're right! I think it was a family curse? Anyway.
That doesn't make any sense because Turk's never showed this ability before.
He glared and growled at him. He striked towards him. Another gunshot fired. Loe heard a gunshot. This is a new scene change. Loe heard a gunshot. She hung her head. No, she whispered. Please, no. The three wolves ran toward the sound. Chapter 2. No, nothing.
I'm still stuck on the fact that Turk is the one who turned into a person.
I'm pretty sure it was something I forgot to mention in the previous book. But yeah. Chapter 2. Lillian waited outside the bushes. Loe and Jawtooth went to go find their parents. Jawtooth guided Loe through the building. What?
But if Turk had the ability to turn into a human, why did he collect Jawtooth as a wolf in the last book?
Pardon?
Why did he always come to collect Turk as a wolf? If he has the ability to
I don't
be
know.
human.
Because plot convenience.
No. kitten. Uh-huh.
Jawtooth guided Loe through the building. Loe listened carefully for any
Why are
sounds
they
of her
in a
parents.
building now?
That's where they were being held.
Oh.
Keep in mind I had a lot of trouble of scenes and like describing, like I envision it in my head and just assume the reader envisions what I envision without describing it. She heard short She heard short breaths from her mother. She followed the sound. They walked into the room. Jatu stood in horror. What does it look like? Loe asked.
Stood, huh?
You don't want to know, Loe, Jawtooth croaked. Huh? I don't think that's the right way to use that word. I think it was supposed to be like holding back the urge to vomit.
Croaking is a good way to convey that.
That's fair. I don't know. I don't remember. Loe continued following the sound of her mother. Mom, she uttered. Loe, Belle whispered. Her eyes wouldn't open. Her eyes wouldn't open. Loe nuzzled her mother. Loe opened her eyes. She saw her mother lying there in something that Loe wished not to see. Why can she see all of a sudden?
Yeah, like, didn't she get her sight back and then she lost it again? And then, what is going on with Loe?
What is going on? What?
What is going on with Loe?
I don't know. Loe watched her mother's chest drop. She walked over to her father. Daddy, she uttered. Her father laid lifeless on the floor. Loe felt something tight around her neck. Her brother the same. A human chained them to the wall. That was a good description of it. Loe knew what she was going to see, and she did not like it. I was being sarcastic, Ellie. Badagatakata. I'm quoting something just to mock you. I mean, not mock, just to tease you.
I know. I know. I've seen it too.
Bagada. Bagatakatata. Jawtooth growled at the human. Loe just stared at her parents' skinned bodies. The human walked toward Jawtooth with a knife.
Bella was still alive?
Pardon?
What?
What?
And Bella was still alive?
No, she's skinned.
Did we just watch her die?
No, so I think what happened was, brain broke. So I think what happened was she died and then got skinned. What's with the huffing? How dare.
No.
Jawtooth growled at the human. Loa just stared at her parents' skinned bodies. The human walked toward Jawtooth with a knife in his hand. Jawtooth continued growling. They heard a bark from behind them. It was Lillian. Leave them alone, she growled. The human laughed. Nice to see you too, Sally, the human uttered. Jawtooth was shocked at the mention of that name. Leave them alone. Come get me. Sally ran to the human and pounced on him. At him, excuse me.
Wait. Isn't Sally human?
Nothing.
I mean, sure, it's a good twist, but why? And how?
Oh yeah, if you look at my stream, this is what they look like. This is Sally on the left, and this is Jawtooth.
Uh-huh.
Chapter 3. Jawtooth ran after Sally. Sally, wait! He yelled. Come back! Sally wouldn't listen. She ran off into the distance, out of Jawtooth's sight. That was the day Jawtooth found out he was in love with Sally. He wouldn't give up on finding her, no matter what.
The what?
Sally sat on the ground behind a bush. She heard a twig crack. She poked her head out of the bush. Jawtooth was standing in front of her. Sally, he uttered. Stop, Sally cracked. Just leave me alone.
No! No!
You know I will never leave you alone. Jawtooth walked towards Sally. Tell me what's going on. Why are you a wolf? Because I am not a wolf. Not a human. Let me reread that. Because I am a wolf, not a human. And then there's a time jump for some reason, like a pause.
Apparently.
And then like if you look at the stream, there's an indent saying it's a new scene, but it's the same scene. It's just a break where you can stop reading. I didn't know how to time those. Probably still don't, but. What do you mean? Jawtooth asked. I'm not a real human. I was a wolf. My father found me when I was a cub. I was alone with no family. Wait. Oh, I think I remember. At age 6, I was born without a face. I can't remember the quote. Dang it.
What?
Here we go. No, that's
doing mental gymnastics here.
I'm trying. Yeah, there we go. At age 6, I was born without a face. It's a blame Alec for that one. I got the I'm just saying that it's not a part of the story. I'm just messing with you.
I am doing mental gymnastics here.
All right, let's get back into it. Hang in there. We're almost there. Ish.
Uh-huh.
All right. Sally could see herself in her father's face.
Isn't there like 6 books in this series?
No. It's not like Warriors. Kinda.
Uh-huh. You sure about that? Because it sure feels like Warriors right now.
This is before I read Warriors, believe it or not. Before I knew it even existed. Or knew the plot to it. Sally could see herself in her father's arms. The memory played through her mind as she spoke. Wolves were never allowed in the human village, so he made me a human. My father was a wise scientist. Sally hung her head.
More like a magician.
Why didn't you tell me? Jawtooth looked at her. Because I didn't want you to get hurt. Sally licked Jawtooth's nose. She stared at him for a moment. Goodbye, Jawtooth, she uttered with tears in her eyes. She turned around and ran away. Sally! Jawtooth yelled.
Okay, first off, why did these people skin the wolves? Second off,
Yes?
why did they turn Sally into a human then?
Because yes.
No!
Yes.
That's not how it works. No!
Keep in mind, this is before I even considered getting an editor, Ellie. Or anyone to proofread my stories. If anything, Becca. And even then, I only showed her my fan fiction. From what I remember. Hi, dog. Excuse me, chapter 4. Sally panted heavily. She ran as fast as she could. She didn't know what else to do. She heard a wolf behind her. Jawtooth, please. I don't want you to get involved with this, she uttered, turning around. But it wasn't Jawtooth. It was a female wolf with a gray eye and faded fur. Who are you? She uttered. The wolf stared at Sally. Sally, we have a lot to talk about, the wolf uttered.
And of course, it's going to be her mother, because you can't twist.
Another page break. Sally, my cub, she uttered. It is good to see your face. It is so good to see your face again. Sally gasped. Mother? She uttered. The wolf smiled. Sally glared at her mother. Why did you leave me? Sally growled. I did it because I thought it would keep our family safe, but I was wrong. It drew our family apart. Don't make the same mistake with Jawtooth. But don't you see? I will only put him in danger. I love him too much for that. To do that, excuse me. Sally's mother walked up to her. Listen to your heart, cub, she uttered, then walked away. Goodbye, mother, Sally uttered. Page break. Sally sat on the cliff in deep thought. She didn't know what to do. She loved Jawtooth, but wished no harm upon him. Page break. Jawtooth said I can't do this. Jawtooth sat outside the cave. He stared out into the distance. In the distance. Sally, I love you. Please come back, he thought. Chapter 5.
Just why?
Oh, this one only has 21.
Why?
Okay, chapter 5. Sally walked around the cave. Memories played through her mind. She couldn't decide what was wrong or what to do. With Jawtooth, what to do, period. With Jawtooth, she knows what to do and how to follow her heart. That's a mouthful. Wow. All of this was new to her, and she had to be brave. This side of her was someone she had never been. Where am I going with this? She was unsure if she could even be with Jawtooth. Would he still love her if danger was still there with her behind her back? What the heck? Oh, yeah.
I'm actively dying. Wait.
Ah, come on, you like it.
No.
You love it. Just admit it. You're my editor. You have to deal with it. You're stuck with me.
I'm stuck with you, not with your old work.
Oh boy. Jawtooth felt like all of his life it was a dream. Oh, okay. Oh, I think this is a summary of so I used to make music videos for my stories. And I made stop pawing my computer. I made a music video of the song I'm on My Own from Teen Beach Movie 2 and If Only from Descendants. Yeah, Descendants. And I'm probably trying to summarize the songs. Cuz the thing is the first line in On My Own it almost feels like it was just a blur. I can't remember the words, but it's literally the first line is Jawtooth felt like his life was a dream and a blur. So yeah, this is probably when I was summarizing the songs. Stop. Not you, I'm talking to dog. Jawtooth felt like all of his life was a dream and a blur. He made so many plans with Sally. He was all alone without Sally. He felt so far from his cave. This is literally describing my version of the song. Sometimes he would fall on his face and land in somewhere he was meant to be. He felt as if it was a million miles from Sally or facing her muzzle to muzzle. Jawtooth leapt off the cliff. He couldn't turn back to his past. He knew he could make it through. He had to be brave enough to take the road alone. Jawtooth leapt back onto the cave. He stood on the edge. He let out a big howl. He heard a wolf reply to his howl. On my own.
Okay.
Literally, this is the lyrics. It almost feels like we were just a. It almost feels like it was just a dream. All these memories of you and me blown away in the summer breeze. It almost feels like we just never were. All this time we spent was just a blur. Now it's just me and a melody. So what am I supposed to do? Because all these plans we made in the sand are through. Without you, I'm on my own, and am I gonna be alone? And if it's only me, myself, and I, will I be fine? So far from home, and I just don't know. Am I gonna make it? Brave enough to take it? Brave enough to take this road out on my own. Oh, that's a different version. I don't know that version. Oh, interesting. It's a really good song, but it's pretty much a breakup song. So, yeah. From what I remember, it's a breakup song. I don't remember. Chapter 7. Oh, that chapter was bad for me too, Ellie. Believe me. Not my best work. Loie, what? Loie ran for her life. She ran as fast as she could, as far as she could. 5 minutes passed, and she made it to the other side of the forest. She panted, catching her breath. She felt a pain in her neck. Oh no, she whispered, excuse me. She stared into the red eyes of Alpha's shadow. Yes, he uttered. Remind me what happened to Alpha.
He's dead. And then when they tried to bring Bella's father back, he came back with them.
Okay, that much I remember. But what happened? Didn't they have a big war fight or whatever?
I'm pretty sure that was with, like, Alpha's son?
You mean Fang? Fang is Belle's dad.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't blame you. Sally and John.
Like, Fang was dead by this point, and there was a new wolf in charge, and...
Oh, that's right. It was their cousin.
I guess. But if it's their cousin, which of Belle's siblings decided to move to the side of Alpha and no.
Do you think this story still has potential with where it's going? Be honest.
Not with where it's going.
Pardon?
Not with where it's going.
Not my baby! Yes, I know, baby. It's okay.
It needs a rework.
Yes,
it needs an overhaul. It needs an actual plot.
Sally and Jawtooth laid on the ground. Loie, please be okay, Jawtooth repeatedly uttered. All the humans ran into the forest to go after Loie. What the heck? But no one stayed behind to watch Sally and Jawtooth. Sally tried to grab one of the
How?
Sally tried to
When?
grab one of the
Why?
darts with her paw.
It-
She grabbed it with her mouth and spat it at the human. The human immediately fell to the ground, snoring. Sally managed to find enough strength to stand up along with Jawtooth. Let's go find Loe, Sally uttered. Sally and Jawtooth ran off into the direction of Loe went. When they arrived, Loe wasn't there.
Wait, huh?
Pardon?
Oh, wait,
I can't understand what you're saying. Sally and Jawtooth ran into the direction Loe went. When they arrived, Loe wasn't there. There was only a small drop of blood on the ground. No, Jawtooth whispered, hanging his head. Sally nuzzled Jawtooth. Suddenly, there was a dart shot just barely passing Sally. She and Jawtooth ran for their lives. They assumed that the humans had killed Loe.
Of course.
Chapter 8. You go ahead. I will take care of them, Jawtooth uttered. Jawtooth turned to face the humans. He glared at them. No one kills my sister, he growled. He ran toward the humans, growling. The humans charged toward Jawtooth. What?
What's with this factions of wolves versus humans?
I don't know. Stop licking me.
Your wolves are basically werewolves at this point, with everybody being able to turn human.
Correction, only 2 wolves being able to turn human.
Sally turned into a human.
3 wolves turned into a human.
And apparently, it's a family curse.
Okay, no, Sally was a magician, remember? Get it right. Get it right, Ellie.
Never. You have werewolves in your story. Just accept it.
No, I only have 3 werewolves. What's the point with that? I mean, what's wrong with that? Jawtooth laid on the ground, injured. He panted heavily, a gun pointed at him. His eyes grew heavy. The last thing he remembered was hearing the gun loading. Page break.
Dutch is dead.
Pardon? Oh, really? You really think he's dead? With where this is going?
He should be dead, but he's not gonna be.
Sally pounced on the human, excuse me. She attacked them all. Leave him alone, she yelled. She grabbed the gun with her jaws and tossed it out of the human's reach. Page break. Sally panted, tired from battle. Okay. I noticed a typo. Battle, period, the. No space. Then again, it was really hard for me to transfer. I have a lot of typos, okay? It was because I would copy and paste a lot.
I know.
Because I would copy it I would originally write it in a Google Doc and then paste it onto Facebook or something. I don't remember. Sally panted, tired from battle. The humans laid unconscious on the ground. She walked toward Jawtooth and picked up his body, carrying him on her back. She then noticed a fresh pair of footprints. Loe, she thought. What?
You know, all of this would be so much easier if you just accepted they're werewolves, not actual wolves.
Loe, she thought. She followed the footprints and ran off into the distance. Chapter 9. How many views does this have? Because I remember one chapter hit 10. 121.
Still need to figure out how to view comments on Wattpad.
I know, right? Because some of the chapters do have comments. Chapter 9. Sally ran with Jawtooth on her back. She ran after the front footprints of Loe. Wouldn't it be paw prints?
Yes.
She stopped when she saw a small
Unless
dog.
she's human.
She stopped when she saw a small drop of blood. No, Sally uttered. Not Loe. Please, no. She ran faster after the footprints. Jawtooth grunted softly. Sally, he uttered. I'm right here, Jawtooth. I'm right here. Jawtooth went limp and stopped breathing. Sally set Jawtooth on the ground. Jawtooth, please! Don't leave me! Jawtooth continued breathing.
He did.
You say as I say that. Pardon?
Why did the plea work?
Pardon? Seriously, I didn't hear you.
Oh my goodness. She just said, please don't leave me. And he was like, okay, I'm alive still.
Why does that always work, though, most of the time? Sometimes. Or why do I feel like it's overused sometimes, now that I think about it.
Yes.
Sally noticed there was a storm coming, a big one. We need to find shelter. Sally picked up Jawtooth and carried him to a nearby cave. Page break. Loe ran as far as she could, but would constantly trip over her paws. Her vision was blurring away, as if she was going blind again. Go away! Leave my family alone! She uttered. You know I will never leave them alone, a voice echoed. Loe cringed toward the ground. Alpha, please, stop this, Loe whimpered in pain. I will never stop until you are dead. Loe grunted in pain. Chapter 10.
Why? Why is it like this?
Chapter 10. Alpha stared at Loe with an evil grin on his face. You are weak, he growled. Loe panted in fear, her vision blurred. Every time Alpha spoke, she tried to attack from where she heard, but would land face first into the ground. She let out a grunt. I am not weak, she grunted.
Of course you can't attack a shadow.
Is he a shadow? Is he, though?
Why are you like this?
I don't know! You idiot! Why did you say yes? I don't know! I'm okay, baby. I'm okay! You don't need to check on me every 5 seconds. Oh, you're cold. Did you go outside? The storm came, but it was dark shadow. Loe realized that it was no storm, but Alpha's pack of shadows coming for Loe. I have to go find her.
No.
I have to go find her, she said. No, I don't want you getting hurt, Jawtooth grunted. Did you just burp?
No.
What was that?
It wasn't a holy screech.
It sounded like a burp. No, I don't want you getting hurt, Jawtooth grunted. I said the same thing to you. I have to do this, Jawtooth. Sally licked Jawtooth. Sally licked Jawtooth. Sally licked Jawtooth, licked his nose, and ran after the shadows. Why? The shadows all surrounded Loe, making her cold. Alpha let out a chuckle. You are weak, he growled, and you will die. Not on my watch, Sally yelled. She jumped into action. and grabbed Loe onto her back. She ran as fast as she could. The shadow chased after them. One managed to grab Sally's leg and pulled her, causing Loe to fall off and hit the ground. Sally screamed as she was dragged into the shadows. Page break. Loe woke up when she heard Sally's scream.
She did.
Loe woke up when she heard Sally's scream. Her vision was blurred, but she could see again. There was a big howl. The shadows scattered in fear. They left Sally there, motionless on the ground. A wolf stood at the top of the hill. She stood in the moonlight. Her fur glowed. Oh, gall! Give me a second. That's not what I wanted. No, that's not frickin' chicken nugget fluff. Oh, it's not letting me do it. We have a new character! Oh, wait. We have a new character! Pardon?
I just gave the most unenthusiastic yay of my life.
Oh, the first one?
Uh-huh.
Oh, was it that? Okay. Hang on, I gotta remember how to pronounce this so I don't do shit. Detect. There we go. Lumiere.
That was the most poor choice of words.
What do you mean?
Douche it.
What do you mean?
Sounds like do shit.
I'm streaming, dang it! This channel is PG!
You can have one or two swear words and still remain PG. 13.
Just for that. Come on.
Do I have to?
Yes. Don't say it out loud, though.
Ha ha. Ha
ha. All right. There was a big... This is probably a Harry Potter reference, now that I think about it. There was a big howl. The shadows scattered in fear. They left Sally there, motionless on the ground. A wolf stood at the top of the hill. She stood in the moonlight. Her fur glowed like light. Lumiere, Loe uttered. The wolf faded away and vanished. Loe picked up Sally and carried her to the cave where Jawtooth was.
My cat is laying on my yarn.
I don't know why I did that to the chat. I just played a gasping sound. Just for dramatic effect. What, are you laugh crying? It's okay. Don't need to cry. Are you sure, Loe? Sally asked. I'm sure. It was the only way to keep my brother safe. Loe looked at Jawtooth, sleeping in the cave. I won't say a word. Promise. I can't. There's another typo. I can't always save you guys, but I'll do my best and come when I can. Until next time, then, Loe. You will have one day to prepare for war. Loe walked out of the cave. Walked away from the cave. Chapter 11.
And now we're going into war against the humans.
Yay!
Or
Actually,
the
no.
Shadow Wolves or whatever. I hate this so much.
Yay! We're going to war. Okay, I actually probably shouldn't make that joke. Pardon?
I'm going to restructure your entire story.
I'm actually very tempted to see where this story will go. Chapter 11. Jawtooth, wake up, Sally uttered. Jawtooth slowly opened his eyes. We need to go now. Jawtooth slowly got up. We need to go now. Jawtooth found out that she was yelling at him. Jawtooth was pulled out of the cave by his paw, screaming at the top of his lungs. Jawtooth! Excuse me. Jawtooth fought the shadows with all his strength, but he couldn't cause any damage. He gave his all, but still couldn't do anything. The shadows formed a giant paw, striking Jawtooth. Sally could hear Jawtooth's cries. She ran into the shadows. She was horrified at what she saw. Jawtooth! Jawtooth! She whimpered.
Right in the middle of your
Shut up.
word.
Shut up. She stared at Jawtooth with one leg detached from him. It turned to Shadow, giving more power to Alpha.
Oh,
Sally plopped on the ground, injured. You cannot defeat me. Give up. Sally tried to get up. We will never give up, she uttered. She growled in pain, falling back to the ground. Give up. Never. Sally shadows through. I probably phrased this wrong, but I didn't know how to phrase it at the time. Shadows threw at her. Sally grunted. They striked and striked again until she stopped moving. They prepared for their final strike. Chapter 12.
And of course, somebody else is going to save her at the last second.
Because plot convenience! Loie took the hit. Her fur glowed and blinded the shadows for a moment. The shadows retreated in fear once more. Lumiere stood in front of Sally. Take care of her, okay, Loie? She asked. I look after her with my life. I look after her with my life. Jawtooth, he can be difficult, but I can try my best. Sally slowly opened her eyes. She realized what happened to Jawtooth. Jawtooth! She uttered. She ran to his side. He lost his leg from last night. From the fight. Excuse me. No, I can't say goodbye yet. I can't let you go, Jawtooth, because I love you. Jawtooth didn't move. Please.
Oh, look, confession, and it's going to relieve him.
Just wait. Please, Jawtooth, come back. I want to spend my life with you. I want to have an adventure. Please, don't leave me, Jawtooth. Jawtooth slowly opened his eyes, but closed them again. Sally hung her head, then held her head to the sky and gave a loud howl. Jawtooth! She cried.
Was he finally dead?
Sally went to the old cave that belonged to Belle and Turk's pack. That seemed so long ago. Sally buried Jawtooth by his old home. He would have wanted it. Chapter 13.
Oh, look, he's finally dead.
Sally was alone, or so she thought. It might be Jawtooth, it might be someone else. You're probably like, please be somebody else, right? What? What?
You're such a bad plot.
Thank you.
It's not a compliment.
I know. Sally was alone, or so she thought. Sally turned her head. She saw a bright light wolf. Mother? Sally uttered. Lumiere smiled. Her fur was no longer faded or gray, but white. Sally hung her head. It's my fault for Jawtooth's death. I put him in danger. Lumiere walked up to her daughter. She looked at her. Don't blame yourself. It isn't your fault. You good? Other than torturing?
I'm thinking about how I'm going to restructure this entire story.
Sally burst into tears, crying into her mother's fur. I love him. I know, cub. I miss him too, you know. Sally turned, finding Loie with glowing fur. He is my brother, after all. I feel so alone, Sally whined. Dear cub, you are never alone. Lumiere licked Sally's nose. It was his time. It was his time, Sally, in a way. I wish it was me. Sally, Lumiere growled. I love him, Mother. I would do anything for him. He's gone, but still here, Sally. No, he's not. Yes, he is. Sally stared at her mother. Sally stared at his mother. Sally stared at his mother. Sally stared at his mother. Either Belle is somewhere in this scene, or that's a typo. Ha! Listen, he's calling for you. Sally could hear a faint howl. Sally looked up at the sky. She saw Jawtooth. Pixie dust fell from the sky and landed on the ground. Jawtooth stood in front of Sally. Sally stood there with her mouth slightly open from shock. She tried to touch him, but her paw went through him. I will always be here, Sally. The form faded. Sally could hear Jawtooth's voice speaking to her. Could you hear him? Lumiere asked. I saw him, Sally uttered. We may be gone, Sally, but we will always be here watching you. Lumiere faded away. Mother, Sally uttered, but found herself staring at nothing. Loie, what am I going to do? You will know, Sally. You will know, Sally, Loie uttered, fading away. Sally stared at the...
They're all dead. That's great.
Sally stared at the sky. She looked at the moon. It was almost as if she could see a wolf there. She let out a long howl. Part 2. Spirits. I think you know where this is going.
I think I do too.
Sally had lost most of the wolves she knew. Her mother, Jawtooth. She didn't even know her mother. Jawtooth, Loie, and their family. She feels alone, but knows she has her friends watching over her, no matter the cost. Chapter 14. Hey, this chapter's longer. Noise.
Noise.
For me. Sally panted, running for her life, which has been her
Which
life.
has been a common theme in this chapter.
Which has been her
And
life for the
story
past few years.
Book.
Alpha hadn't given up on finding her. Shadows chased her. I could use a little help, guys, she panted. A beam of light shot from the sky. The shadow dodged the attack. They grew faster and faster. Sally tripped over a stump. Shadows surrounded her. Beams of light surrounded her. Bright beams of light surrounded her. Excuse me. The shadows retreated in fear. Sally got up. She smiled. Thanks, guys, she uttered. Jawtooth stared at Sally. He smiled. You should get home. It's getting dark. You know they get stronger then, and we are at our weakest point. Sally began to walk home. Jawtooth stared at the ground. Belle noticed his troubles. You miss her, don't you? Ah! Is that Belle's spirit, or I don't even know anymore. Of course I do, Mom. I love her. Oh, that's right. This is a forget time skip, like a page break. I forgot to do the page break. Of course I do, Mom. I love her, Jawtooth replied. I know it's hard, honey. Think of how hard it was for me to stay away from you and Lowe. Jawtooth looked at Sally. She looked like an angel sleeping there. I want to be with her, have a family. Belle licked her cub. I know the feeling, Turk uttered. Turk walked up to Sally. Sally opened her eyes. She saw Jawtooth in front of her. Jawtooth? She uttered. I just wanted to see you. I love you, but you and I know that I love you, but you and I know that we just can't be anymore. I wish there was a way. Sally pressed her nose against Jawtooth. She passed through him. I know, she uttered. I love you. I love you too. Chapter 15. Yay! We're halfway there. What?
I'm gonna restructure your entire story. To destroy the remnants of what you left behind.
No! I'm okay, baby. Chapter 15. Sally had always dreamed of being with Jawtooth, but that couldn't come to pass now. The sun slowly rose over the hill. Lowe walked to Sally to wake her, but found her brother sleeping with her. She couldn't help but smile. Sally, you need to wake him up. You need to wake up, excuse me, she uttered. Sally opened her eyes. She looked at Lowe, then Jawtooth. Lowe, can I ask you something? Sally asked. Sure. Why is your fur bright? It's because I chose to help protect you. Another way to look at it is our names. What do you mean? Well, since I was blind when I was born, my mother named me Loe, which means little wolf. Jawtooth is named after my grandfather, Fang. His name means strong jaws. His name meant strong jaws. My mother's name was Beauty, and a few wolves in Mom's pack had meaning. Mom's pack had meaning, and your mom has meaning too. Sally looked at Loe with interest. What is it? Sally asked. Light. Your mother is the spirit of light, Loe uttered. But isn't she a wolf? Sally uttered.
Yeah, spirits, they kind of have non-physical forms, so they can look alike.
Not in my world! I'm okay, baby. She was. She met your father, but could not be with him since he was a wolf. She chose to She chose to give up her immortality to be with him. But Maul, the spirit of darkness, threatened her and your family. So that's why she left me. She was protecting you, Loe uttered. She left her mortal life and went back to being the spirit of light. But you were still in danger. Technically, is that not possible to go back to your being a spirit?
Not unless you die.
That's fair.
Because, she's still the spirit of light, even if she's alive currently. But once she dies, she goes back to being the spirit of light.
I'm so confused.
Which is why I say that spirits don't have a physical form. They can be whatever they want to.
Does Alpha have meaning? Sally asked. Yes, Alpha is leader, but he is the son of he is the son of the spirit darkness. That explains why he wants me too. Jawtooth finally woke up. What's going on? He mumbled. Nothing, Jawtooth. Nothing. Nothing, Jawtooth. I'll meet you out. Nothing, Jawtooth. I'll meet you outside. Jawtooth left the cave. Loe looked at Sally. Oh, this is a scene I took into Masked Beauty. We promised to take care of you, so we did. So we promised to take care of you, so we did. That's why my fur glows. Loe walked out of the cave. She stopped in the entrance. She ran to Sally and jumped on top of her. A giant explosion of darkness occurred outside. Chapter 16. Oh, gall, the image. The image! Let me share my screen. Isn't this a beautiful picture?
Give me a second. My phone is being slow. There we go. Ah, yes. It's such a beautiful image.
I don't even remember. I think it's supposed to be eyes.
That's kind of what it looks like.
Sally slowly got up, sore from the impact. She saw a cloud of shadow outside. Jawtooth burst into the cave, trying to find his sister. Sally remembered what happened. She also helped look for Loe. She was found under a pile of rocks, motionless. She's okay, but she looks pretty bad.
She's a spirit! She can't.
Her fur was covered in dirt and debris. Loe, Jawtooth uttered. He looked at his sister like he hadn't in a long time, not since the night of her rescue when she was a cub. Sally looked at Jawtooth, his eyes giving out his puppy eye look. Jawtooth, she'll be okay, Sally uttered. Loe let out a soft grunt. Lumiere came into the cave. We're under attack. We need to leave now, she uttered. Loe is in no condition to. Sally, we don't have time for this. Mother, please. Loe is my friend. I would never leave her behind. What if it was me, Mother? Sally, Jawtooth uttered. What is wrong with you, Mother? That doesn't sound like your mother. Sally realized what Jawtooth was saying. Her mother had left her once, but regretted it. She looked closely into her mother's eyes. They were glowing red. Chapter 17.
Okay. This makes no sense.
What do you mean?
No sense at all.
What do you mean? It totally does.
How did the son of the spirit of darkness possess the spirit of light?
Because.
No.
It was not her mother. It was not her mother. It was Alpha. You grab Loey. I'll try and distract him, Sally said. She ran up to Alpha. He took his shadow wolf form. Sally gulped. She was thrown out of the cave
Oh,
from
so he was just disguising himself, huh?
Was he? I totally spaced out. Ah. She was thrown out of the cave from the impact. She was thrown out of the cave from an impact.
Uh-huh. That's what it says.
Why? She hit the ground with a thud. Jota sat Loey down. He ran to Sally's side, helping her up. Come on, he uttered. They both picked up Loey and ran for their lives. Shadows ran behind them. Where do we go? Sally uttered. You know where to go, Jota said. They ran toward his cave, when they walked through the entrance, the shadows could not go any further. No evil soul could come through. Sally and Jawtooth panted heavily. They set Loey on the ground. There were loud thumps from outside, the shadows trying to get in. They were trapped. Sally fell asleep, but Jawtooth took watch. He turned to his sister. She looked like her helpless self. Jawtooth turned around. He couldn't watch her like this. Loey got up and walked over to his side. What happened? She mumbled. Shadows, Jawtooth uttered. There was a long pause of silence. I wish Mom was here. Jawtooth, Mom has her responsibilities. We always can't have her with us. I know, Jawtooth sighed. They heard something outside. You wait here. I'll go see what's going on, Jawtooth said. He walked out of the cave. Outside of the cave, Jawtooth slowly walked forward. He looked at his surroundings. Out of nowhere, a shadow pounced on his face. He shook his head, trying to get it off. Sally woke up from the sound of Jawtooth's yells. She tried to go after him, but was stopped by Loey. Unless you want that to be you, stay here, Loey uttered. Sally stared at Jawtooth. He put his snout to the ground, rubbing his paws against it. Huh? I thought spirits couldn't be controlled, Sally said. How is the spirit doing that to Jawtooth? What is he doing? Oh boy. You're gonna hate me for this one.
Of course I am. What's going on?
How is the spirit doing that to Jawtooth? Loey sighed. Because Jawtooth isn't a spirit. Jawtooth howled and looked at them with glowing red eyes. Run! Loey yelled as Jawtooth chased after them. No, Sally uttered. I'm tired of running. Sally turned to Jawtooth. Where's my mother? She growled. Jawtooth stared at her, growling. Chapter 18. It's no use, Sally, Loey uttered. Jawtooth isn't there anymore. Yes, he is, Sally uttered. I can feel it. Sally walked up to Jawtooth. I know you're there, Jawtooth. Sally stared into Jawtooth's eyes. Jawtooth only stared at her. He growled. Please, Jawtooth. Jawtooth struggled, trying to fight the shadow. It wouldn't move. It clung to his face. I don't even remember what that looks like. What? You will never get rid of me, it hissed. Jawtooth heard a faint, familiar voice. Please, it uttered. Please come back, Jawtooth. I love you. I need you. Sally appeared in front of him. Tears were in his eyes. Sally, Jawtooth grunted. He fought the shadow harder. Jawtooth shook his head, then put it to the ground, rubbing it against the ground. He took his paws and rubbed them on his head. Jawtooth? Sally asked. Jawtooth, is that you? I'll be there soon, Sally, Jawtooth grunted. tongue twisters. Jawtooth struggled. Oh, I lost my place. He rolled onto the floor. Finally, the shadow was forced to come out. It screeched. Jawtooth panted heavily. Sally walked up to him. I knew you could do it, she uttered. Jawtooth smiled at her. Sally licked him. There was a scream outside. Everyone turned to find Lumiere. I don't even remember how to pronounce it. Yeah, I did. She ran to the cave. She collapsed to the floor. She panted heavily. Mother, Sally said, what happened to you? Lumiere only panted. She could only let out a few words. Oh, God. Alpha. Coming. Attack. The rest was a bunch of words mashed together, making her sound crazy. Mother, tell me what's going on. Alpha is coming, she panted. He is bringing his full pack. She tried to get back up, but collapsed to the ground, exhausted. Jawtooth looked at Sally. Chapter 19. You good? You lost your mind yet?
I'm going to restructure your entire story.
You lost your mind yet?
And laugh as the ashes burn and fall to the ground.
Yeah. Chapter 19. Lois saw shadows in the distance. With that many shadows, it'll wipe out the cave safety barrier. We need to do something, Lois said. What can we do? Sally uttered. We aren't safe anymore, and I'm sick of running. Sometimes we have no choice. Jawtooth couldn't stand the argument. He left the room. There I go with rooms again. He found himself walking into...
cave.
Where are they? Where are they? Are they in their cave? Are they in Bells and Turk's cave? What? He found himself walking into his old room. Memories flowed through his mind from when he was young. Lois sat in the woods alone. She whimpered. Jawtooth walked up to her. She was frightened, not knowing it was him. Jawtooth smiled. She tried to run and hide, but ran into a tree. She shook her head, letting out a sniff. I think this is a flashback. I've been looking for you, Jawtooth uttered. Feeling relieved, Lois ran up to her brother. She clung onto his leg. She knew she was safe. As long as I am with you, I will always keep you safe, he uttered. Jawtooth walked out of his old room. He walked up to Sally and Lois, who were still fighting. Jawtooth walked up to his sister. I promised you when you were young that I would keep you safe, he uttered. We need to keep that promise with everyone. We can't give up. If we have to fight for our freedom, then we fight. Lois stared at her brother. Sally walked up next to him. Chapter 20. Thoughts? You good?
I am in pain.
Yeah! Jawtooth, Lois, and Sally walked toward Alpha and his pack. This ends today, Jawtooth uttered. He jumped into action. Alpha jumped on... Oh boy, this is the big fight scene. Alpha jumped onto Jawtooth. He snarled and snapped his jaw. Sally ran into Alpha. She laid on the ground, Alpha on top of her. His jaws grinned near her throat. Jawtooth ran into Alpha. Don't you hurt her, he yelled. Alpha laid on the ground. He had a glare in his eye. He threw Jawtooth off of him. More shadows came. There's too many, Jawtooth, Lois uttered. We can't take it. We can't give up, Jawtooth said. We can do this. They continued their fight. Jawtooth heard Sally let out a whine. Sally, he yelled. Jawtooth, I got her. Lois put Sally onto her back and tried to take her back to the cave. A wolf walked behind her. Lois, look out! Jawtooth warned, but he was too late. Lois let out a scream. Lois! I can't get up. Help me, Jawtooth. Jawtooth ran toward his sister. I'm coming, hang on! Alpha walked up to her. He let out a chuckle. Jawtooth as faster. Jawtooth ran as faster and faster. But he couldn't get there fast enough. Loe laid on the ground motionless. No! Jawtooth glared at Alpha. He ran toward him, jumping into the air. Jawtooth hit the ground hard. He let out a grunt. He tried to get up, but fell to the ground. Alpha walked up to him. He kicked him off a cliff. Jawtooth plummeted to the ground. He hit the ground hard. He slowly opened his eyes, but then shut them again. Is he finally dead?
Is he finally dead?
Chapter 21! Let's find out! This is the end. I have failed you, Mother, Jawtooth thought as he laid motionless on the ground. I am weak. Also, how did I mention how high they were?
Nope.
Then he's maybe dead, maybe he's not. You are not my cub. Belle appeared in front of Jawtooth. Her fur glowed, her smile warming. You are Jawtooth, my cub. I named you after your grandfather. You are strong. You can defeat Alpha. Belle walked up to him. I believe in you. Jawtooth stared at his mother with tears in his eyes. He looked over at Sally and Loe. You have to do this alone. Jawtooth slowly got up. He shook, still injured from impact. He stood strong with pride. His magical healing powers. His father appeared next to Belle.
We're gonna get a freaking Lion King scene, aren't we?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
The end of the Lion King movie.
I don't know. His
where
father
he mounts Pride Rock and roars and brings light and life back to the lands.
His father appeared next to Belle, along with his sister and grandfather, and other pack members who died. That's a run-on sentence. His father appeared next to Belle, along with his sister and grandfather and other pack members who died. And I always thought I was good at not making run-on sentences in high school. They all stared at Jawtooth. You can do this. Jawtooth moved Sally and Loe to a nearby cave. He licked Sally's nose. I'll be back, Sally. Jawtooth walked after Alpha. Page break. Jawtooth limped back to the cave. Sally was awake when he arrived. Jawtooth! She exclaimed. She ran up and embraced him. Sally's father appeared. He smiled. He vanished suddenly before anyone could see him. Jawtooth stared into Sally's eyes. Sally licked his nose. Jawtooth looked her back. I love you. Oh, God!
This is why they need to be werewolves.
No, this part. I love you. I know.
Huh.
I don't even know if I knew that was a Star Wars quote. I don't know. I don't even remember when I saw Star Wars.
Well, that's all of it.
Is it? The Husky Cub Survivor's Journey. Part 1. Lost. Jawtooth is... Okay, this is a bit of a longer introduction. This is more of an introduction than a description of the part. Jawtooth sat with his son and stared into the distance. He smiled.
Oh, he has a son now.
He was happy that he and his family was no longer in danger. There was a sudden change in the smell of the air. Jawtooth's smile faded as he sniffed the air. He saw great clouds. He grabbed his son and walked into the cave. He sat himself down next to his mate, Sally. She had been expecting a new cub soon. Rain began to fall, and strong winds blew. Jawtooth and Sally heard a cry outside. Jawtooth went to go see what it was. Went to go see what it was. "Dad!" his pup yelled. Jawtooth ran to go help his son. The wind blew strong in his fur, trying to push him away. He heard the cries grow louder. He managed to grab his son, but the winds were too strong. Sally looked out.
No.
What?
Didn't he just bring his son inside?
Did he? I kind of zoned out.
The first thing he did when he noticed the storm was coming was bring him inside.
Oh no, I think the son wandered out again, so.
You should have that.
Nah. Sally looked outside the cave. She saw nothing but rain and wind. She saw something slowly come out of the rain. Jawtooth carried his cub in his jaws. He slowly made his way to the cave. He threw his cub to Sally. The cub let out a grunt, and as he landed on the ground, the cup, C-U-P, turned to his father. He and Sally watched as Jawtooth was blown away by the wind, yelling out, "I will find you."
And now, upon a time reference.
Do we?
Yay!
What is it?
The main couple, Prince Charming and Snow White, have this thing where they keep losing each other, and the one thing they say all the time is, "I will find you."
Actually, I was quoting Ice Age.
Find you.
I was quoting Ice Age.
Yeah, well, guess what I've been watching recently?
Once Upon a Time.
It's not Ice Age. Uh-huh.
Well, I don't watch Once Upon a Time, so. Author note. Okay, so this is still a work in progress of writing, but I hope to finish this one soon. One of these days. I need to end this series. I love it. It's just becoming more and more difficult to write. I hope to add the rest of part 1 when it's finished. So for now, this story is on hold for Wattpad. But I want to update you guys and say thank you to anyone who takes an interest into my stories. Hope to update very soon. Thanks again. You've reached the end of the published parts. Last updated December 14th, 2016. Anyway, on to the next story.
No! I'm going to restructure your entire story. And I'm going to laugh as it falls from the heights.
Oh boy. Somebody help me. Save me. I'm scared. I don't feel safe.
You have nothing to worry about. Stupid wolves who won't die, however.
Pardon?
You have nothing to worry about. These stupid wolves who won't die, however.
Wait, what? Oh, that was something Hayden wrote. Seriously, I don't even remember what stories I read already on this channel.
Oh, for what you've read with me.
Oh, I've only read The Husky with you. I know that much. You want to read Piglet's Swine?
No.
Please? It's extremely, extremely short.
Fine.
I don't know where it is, though. Let me find it. I'm still looking. Light bulb.
light bulb.
Do you even know what I was quoting?
Yes.
What? What was I quoting?
Pixar something or other.
It was Despicable Me, but okay.
Yeah, Pixar something or other.
It's not Pixar. Get it right, dang it.
What is Despicable Me?
Oh,
DreamWorks.
oh, 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 oh. I need to show you this. I remember being very proud of this.
What's with the eyes?
It's beautiful. Oh, no, 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 no! I think it's going to make me scroll through the whole thing again.
Go to your own page, look through your posts, and you'll find it.
No. I am. This is the page. It's going to make me scroll through the whole thing again. It's like at the bottom of the page. Maybe if I just search it. How do I? There it is. All right. See, it's not that long at all. It's just literally a big paragraph. And this is the cover image.
Okay.
Once there was a girl named, I'm just gonna say so and so because I don't want people to attack me for this. She loved food more than anything, but it made her a little overweight. Okay, maybe a lot. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to tell her story. Anyway, people in the halls would call her Pig, but she didn't care. Although it hurt her feelings. One day at shul, she got so angry that she sat on someone. She had no breakfast that morning. This is why she sat on him. She began to eat a candy bar, still sitting on the boy. Next period, she was not feeling well. She passed out. She wakes up in her bed at home. She needs to lose weight. It was hard, but then she found out they ate food. She ate more healthy and realized she should be more healthy. The end.
You've told me about that one. Nearly word for word.
It's so bad.
Just because it's short doesn't mean it's bad.
It is bad. How dare.
It's bad.
How dare. Let me show you some more of the art. Ta-da!
Oh my.
I tried drawing this. It looked terrible. Are you looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
Look at it! Look at it! I want you to look at it!
I can see.
I just wanted to do that to be silly. Let's see. What other ones do I have? Because I know I have more. It's actually, you know what? Let's do this. I actually have. Oh, my hip, my hip, my hip, my hip. I actually do have the original. Oh, shit! shoot. I'll clean that up later. Let me see. Is this the right one? Nope. Oh, well. I was hoping for a drum roll. But I have the original book from middle school where I wrote 90% of my stories. As you can see. If you're looking on the stream, Ellie, the book is falling apart.
Yeah, I believe it.
I've had it since 7th or 8th grade. Okay. Sorry, my foot needed to pump. I believe it. Okay, the first book in it is Emotion. And I'm pretty sure I already read that one on my channel. Oh, Ellie, guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
More art!
Lovely.
Hang on, I'm trying to turn on my camera. Be right back. It won't work. Are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just pull up the stream. Because it's the only thing that's letting me. Please? I want to show you something beautiful.
I'll look at it later.
The stream?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway, this, I believe... Oh, no, it's an attempt of a self-portrait. That was my art style in middle school. Yeah. And then this is supposed to be so-and-so. It was originally a picture book. Ah, here we go. Struck. I got the idea from class one day. Okay, who's texting me in Discord? Okay, whatever. Oh, let's see if I can remember how to pronounce this. I don't even remember how to say this, or I don't even remember what the deal behind it was. My name is Koylin Lipper. I am 13 years old. I was born in Perov. TU. Excuse me. Perov, TU.
Okay.
Well, that's what my mom tells me. I don't remember certain things. I remember waking up in the ER. Mom told me that I went to my friend's party and she found me lying in the street. It's slowly coming back. Page break. Yesterday, actually no. Hang on, I gotta fix something. Come on. There we go. Yesterday, I was playing dodgeball, my favorite game, when suddenly I got hit in the head. Then I remembered... Wait. Then I remembered dodgeball is my favorite. I was born here. I am 13. I ran to my mom and told her what happened.
We already know this?
Let me reread this to make sure I'm reading it right. Yesterday, I was playing dodgeball, my favorite game, when suddenly I get hit in the head. Then I remembered dodgeball is my favorite. I was born here. I am 13. I ran to my... I think she has amnesia? Page break.
Okay.
While I was at the party, I saw my crush. This is the idea I got from my teacher. I saw my crush walk up to me. I almost fainted. He asked if I wanted to go see a movie with him. I said yes. I asked for time and date. He told me Saturday the 25th at 4 p.m. OMG, OMG, OMOC. OMG, OC. I don't remember what that stands for. It was an acronym I made up. That's today. It's already 3:30. Hold on. I'm getting a call. That was oh, God. You remember how I had a crush on Shadow?
You put it into this story?
His name is Shevin Taze.
Nice.
That was Shevin Taze, my crush. He heard what happened and was worried. I told him I was fine and asked if the movie was still on. He said they ran out of tickets and we were going to just hang out. I told him we can do a home theater at my house. We chose a movie and met at 4 o'clock. We had a great time. Even me, because I had my first kiss! Squeak! And it's dedicated to my teacher. Yes, I'm okay, baby. I'm okay.
Oh,
I think I was I don't remember what the original words were, but I remember I was like swapping the letters around. So I know these are original names, but I'm going to redact them, of course. But you smell like dog food. I got you. Mwah. Off. All right. Let me see. What else do we got? Oh, no. Oh, no. I found my Mona Jones series.
Oh, lovely.
What? Why is there a sticky note in here?
I don't know.
Have I told you about my Mona Jones series, though?
Yes, you have.
Heartbroken. I don't even remember how to pronounce that. I don't even know if I even knew how to pronounce that. Traeh. What should we call them?
Traea.
H.
Traeh.
Yes. What should we call them?
Trey.
I'm Trey Neckorb.
Neckorb?
All my life I've had heart problems. Kids at school call me heartbroken. My heart has hope, which is how I move on. I write in my journal. I write ordinary teenager stuff, journal writing. Even though I have heart problems, I can make it out. We're off to a great start.
A great start.
Page break. My heart doesn't have as much trouble as it used to. If I freak out a lot, it can get serious. Very serious. There would be a 90% chance of me to die, but that would have to be a breakup. I'd have to be lucky. Page break. I just met a real nice boy, but he doesn't think of me like that. Plus, he deserves a better girl. Journal writing. He deserves a real girl with a real heart, not me.
What
Page break.
depression were you on?
No, this is middle school. Heck, this is way before depression hit me. Believe it or not.
No.
What?
This is.
So you're saying I was depressed?
You showing signs. All the signs.
Through my writing.
Yep.
Ouch.
As you know, a writer puts a piece of their soul into everything they write.
You're fired, Ellie.
It shows their deepest, darkest feelings. No, I'm not. You love me too much.
I find out he does like me. He's just shy, like me. Journal writing. It feels like we are the same. We have things in common. Let's hope he doesn't break my heart. Page break. We had a bad fight today. It was really bad. Journal writing. We have nothing in common. Nothing at all. Page break. It just got worse. We broke up. Journal writing. I deserve no one, and no one deserves me. Page break. I feel like I am worthless. Journal writing. I don't deserve anything. I don't deserve to live. I'm just proving your point, aren't I?
Really, yeah.
Keep in mind I went to Dixon, so we talked a lot about suicide prevention.
Yeah.
I got lucky. There was a
I didn't go to Dixon.
I got lucky. There was a 10% chance for me to live. I passed out for a month. Oh. My heart wouldn't.
What is? No.
It literally, this is a sentence. My heart wouldn't. Wouldn't what?
Okay. Wouldn't what?
My heart saved
What
me
is
with
it
hope.
not doing?
My heart saved me with hope. I am strong.
That doesn't make any medical sense.
Journal writing. I do deserve all these things. It will work out because I am made to write. Oh, God. You know how I've always had trouble spelling.
Uh-huh.
Privuessly. What does that spell?
Priuvesse.
No. Privuessly.
Is that supposed to be previously?
Yes.
No!
Yeah, this notebook has seen better days. What? Oh, that's right. This page was fading, so I had to underline it. Oh, this is another good one. Oh yeah, this is back when Mona used to have my name. Because I kept switching back and forth from my name and Mona's name.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, this is the Mona Jones series. Never mind. We'll save the Mona Jones series for another day. Mainly because I don't know where the book went. Oh, here's one I wrote for health class. Coming soon to theater. What? Oh, I think this was a joke thing. I think this was like a joke advertisement me and my friends were trying to make or something. I'm marijuana, not the drug. I couldn't choose my name, you know. I did take it. It affected my life. Oh, wait. Let me try this again. I'm marijuana, not the drug. I couldn't choose my name, I did take the drug, though. It affected my life, and I regretted it. It made me crazy. It affected my problems even more. My love, my job, my education, etc. If you are taking marijuana or a drug, get help. Stop taking it and and have a real life. Find a way. The end. I also have this written in the corner. It says coming soon to theater. I don't know why.
Theaters.
And then I have a little what are they called? The little the things that are like take one, the little scene marker thingies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drew that. Here's another one. My name is Hope. I have a heart problem. When I was born, my heart wasn't very healthy. I needed a body transplant when.
A body transplant, huh?
No, literally, that's all. That's all I wrote. There's detective script. Yeah, a lot of this is probably Mona Jones. The Stalker.
The Stalker.
That's the name of one of the Mona Jones books. How many Mona Joneses in there? The Scars Between. I really still love that title. Oh yeah, this is when it started going downhill with Teen Titans.
Oh.
I named one of my characters Tara. And the villain is Slade. I just love that name.
Yeah.
Ah, here's Emotion. This is the trailer for Emotion. Or intro, sorry. Everyone has emotions and feelings. Some people are mostly happy, others sad, etc. People can't have just one emotion. Except me. My name is Mara. A lot of the time, I have one emotion, or ones that are connected to it. Since as long as I can remember, I have had a scar on my eye. What?
Did you not go to work?
No.
Why not?
I wasn't feeling well this morning.
Did you call?
Yeah. Since as long as I can remember, I have had a scar on my eye. I'm ugly. What happened was when I was young, I was trapped in a fire. My family made it out without me. I died for I don't know how long. I had a face surgery, but it only made it worse. So I always wear a hood. People have their own story, and this is mine. I found the Husky.
That made no sense.
Made sense at the time.
If you die from a fire, there's no coming back.
Oh no, like it was like I know sometimes people like die and then come back or something or like revived. That's what I was trying to go for.
Yeah, that's when your heart stops and the doctors have to start it again. It doesn't happen from fires.
Oh boy. What is
also the one emotion at a time thing? Most people can only identify one emotion at a time.
Yes, but it was supposed to be she only feels sad all the time.
That's called depression.
Yeah, I was in middle school. I didn't know how it worked. Seriously, what is this? I don't know what I found. Oh, wait. Where is it? I just have this scene. It says, I watched sunrise from my... Oh, I think it was just something I did for English or something. Anyway, I just found this. I don't know what it is. I walk down the halls of this brand new school. No one stops to say hello. It's like a new world. Being the new kid, don't know anyone else here. I cling to my strap. I am shy as I can be. I have no friends here. I feel lost without a friend here to comfort me. I feel all alone. I find someone here standing right in front of me, smiling at me. They speak to me and say, hello, what is your name? I smiled at them. I don't know if this is the same thing, but I think this is supposed to be my old poetry.
Sounds like poetry.
This one's called TikTok. And I think I spelled it the same way TikTok is spelled. How is TikTok spelled? The app?
T-O-C-T-O-K.
The app?
T-I-C-T-O-K.
Oh, this one is spelled T-I-C-T-O-C. I think this was something for,
Yeah, no.
I think this was the origin story of Radio Flash and Script Singer. Because I do have little doodles of script and radio. My heart thumps as the clock ticks. I'm on the edge of my seat. Tick, tock, tick. I wait patiently for the news from the doctor. Thump, thump, tick, tock, tick. Will she be okay? I hope I wasn't too late. Tick, I thought. Tick, tock, tick. The door opened. I get up from my seat. Thump, thump. More thoughts run in my mind. My shakes cannot stop. My heart thumps louder, faster, harder. This is the moment. Will she be okay? I ask aloud. My voice shakes. Silence filled the room. Push, punch, kick. Oh, wait, this is a different one. I don't remember the deal with that, the TikTok one. Save me. Push, punch, kick, for fall, laugh. Tears, scream. I feel helpless. I lay on the ground. Someone please help me. I cannot take this no more. There is nothing left here. Tears. Oh, I think these are haikus or something. INMYEYESAVEME or SAVE me. Because these let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are haikus. Oh, God. You still there, Ellie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are... Let me see. I laugh.
I'm kind of zoning out though. Getting late.
I laugh. Wake up as a shot, crushing my mind with the fear of not stopping. Sleep will not return. There is too much on my mind. It echoes through my thoughts. Oh, yeah, I'm not reading this one. I'm glad I didn't read that one.
What, you found your first depression article?
In this book, yes. And don't worry, I muted myself for that part.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something for script.
Yeah, probably.
Knowing me. But yeah, this brings back a lot of memories. This book. brings back a lot of memories. Oh my gosh, everything is pain. Everything is pain. Everything hurts. Ah! Guess what I found?
Torture.
Oh, gall. You remember Shadow's nickname? Pika?
Mm-hmm.
I named a character that.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but... Let me see. How far did I get with this one? I'd say this is worth half a story. And then this is how much... This is how much I wrote. This is how much I didn't. It's like half and half almost. Now, where did that band go? There it is. This is the only thing keeping my notebook alive.
Big old rubber band.
No, it's more of a lumen hook thing, so it's literally a loop from one of my crafts.
Bless you.
Danko. Anyway, we've been streaming for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to end the stream here. We can save Mona Jones for a different day.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Mona Jones isn't as bad as the Husky. Probably.
Considering that it's basically just a route.
What do you mean?
Mystery. Considering that it's just a route. Oh, there's a mystery. Let's solve the mystery. Mystery solved, the end.
It's more like that, yeah. But anyway, before we end it, what are your final thoughts on the Husky series?
It needs a complete overhaul.
No, like, what do you think of it? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it wonderful? Is it totally the best thing I've ever written?
It needs a complete overhaul.
Wow.
I mean, it's got some good world building things that you can use. The first one has a decent plot line. And then the others just kind of fall apart.
Oh, definitely. It reminds me of Masked Beauty. You remember that monstrosity?
Yes, I do.
The thing is,
the first one that I had any say in.
No, that was the first one you remember reading. Oh, gall. Someone added Rainbow Rock's adventures to their list.
Oh dear.
I mean, it's got potential too, but it's just I don't know where I want to take that book.
Yeah.
SMO0SJ. I am scared. I don't know why. But the thing is with Masked Beauty, I felt like I had to create a plot, basically. Like, I couldn't have just a lovey-dovey story.
You can just have a lovey-dovey story. You don't need plot.
Yeah, that's fair.
The thousands of slice of life fics out there on film fiction alone.
Oh, I know.
That you do not need a plot.
I know. The thing is, I kind of didn't have a plot with my very first story, The Phoenix. Like, sure, it had a tiny plot, but it wasn't like, oh, there's a villain, we need to stop the villain, and blah, 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 blah. But it was like, that was probably one of the most simple stories I've written. Because it is.
Yeah, well. Everybody's got to start somewhere.
I need to find my old stuff from grade school.
Yep, nobody's perfect when they first start out.
Oh, definitely. It's just like, if Lotus is watching, hi Lotus. But the thing is, when she wrote, how do I put this? When she read my story, she like didn't really critique it, I guess. And nothing wrong with that. It's just she likes the concept, and I feel like that's what the good thing out of that story is the concept. But originally it was going to be a story where Phoenix wasn't able to rise from the ashes. That was the original plot. But I kind of abandoned that, but yeah. I love it how Mass Beauty still doesn't have a finished picture.
Yeah. And if you, viewer, are looking to start anything, really, whether that be writing, drawing, even a physical activity like a sport or sewing, you have to start from somewhere. You can't just suddenly be perfect.
Yeah.
You're going to make mistakes, and you're going to have to learn from those mistakes.
Oh, definitely. The thing is, the reason why I keep the original, well, currently why I have the main reason why I have my original Wattpad up is because, to show people how much I progressed. But, well, okay, no. The original reason is because I don't.
You want to be able to look back on
No, it's because that's the second reason. The first reason is because I have an old Wattpad account, but I'm updating it and trying to start from the new, but I'm still posting my old stuff. It's just, but the reason why I'm keeping my old stuff is probably how I should have phrased it better. But the reason why I'm keeping the old stuff is just because, so I could show people how I progress.
Yeah.
Same with my art and stuff.
Yeah, nobody starts out producing Leonardo da Vinci level. Just a second, I have the.
Oh, you have a call. Ellie, where'd you go? Of course, this happens. Ellie! Ellie! And yes, I'm doing this to be obnoxious.
I am back.
Yay! Did you hear what I was doing?
Yeah, kinda.
I was just messing around. I'm probably gonna end the stream though, because the quality of my camera is kind of crappy now. So yeah, and I'm too lazy to keep my light on.
Alright.
Alrighty. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, see you later. Bye.